What happens when the world's most powerful politician goes head-to-head with the richest man on Earth? No, this isn't a movie, this is real. Donald Trump versus Elon Musk. One commands rallies, the other controls satellites. And now, they're both fighting for the future of America. But here's the twist. Only one of them may come out on top. In a move that has left political analysts, tech experts, and millions of Americans absolutely speechless, Donald J. Trump, the businessman turned president, now back at the center of the national conversation, has made a decision that could change the future of America forever. And standing directly in his path? Elon Musk. Yes, let that sink in for a moment. Elon Musk, the man who launched rockets into space, revolutionized electric cars with Tesla, took control of X, formerly Twitter, and is developing the most powerful AI technologies on the planet, is now finding himself in a heated standoff with Trump. On one side, you have a political icon known for shaking up the White House and rewriting the rulebook of American politics. On the other side, you have a tech billionaire whose influence reaches far beyond Silicon Valley and into the future of human civilization itself. This isn't just a headline. This is what many are calling the clash of titans in modern American history. People across the country and the globe are asking the same question. What on earth happened between Trump and Musk? And more importantly, what does this mean for the rest of us? Asterisk, asterisk. For years, these two high-profile figures have danced around each other in a strange mix of admiration and rivalry. Flashback to 2017, when Elon Musk served briefly on one of Trump's business advisory boards. At that time, insiders described the relationship as cordial but cautious. Musk wanted to steer America toward a greener, tech-driven future. Trump wanted to bring jobs back to American soil and cut regulations that he felt were slowing the economy down. But things began to unravel not long after. When Trump withdrew the U.S. from the Paris Climate Agreement, Musk resigned publicly from the advisory board and made headlines saying, asterisk, climate change is real. Leaving Paris is not good for America or the world. Asterisk. Since then, the tension never fully disappeared, it only grew. Trump continued to rise within the political space, commanding rallies, dominating conservative media, and building one of the most loyal political followings in modern history. Musk, meanwhile, expanded his empire. From launching Starlink satellites to buying and reshaping Twitter into X, and even diving deep into the world of artificial intelligence with ventures like XAI, Elon became more than just a businessman. He became a global architect of the digital age. But now, their worlds have officially collided, and not by accident. According to reports leaked from inside Trump's inner circle, the former president has privately vowed to take on big tech in an even more aggressive way if he returns to power. And at the center of that mission is a direct confrontation with Elon Musk's empire. The breaking point? Trump's team reportedly fears that AI is being used to manipulate information, shift political opinions, and even sway elections, all under the influence of billionaire tech giants like Musk, who control the platforms we use every day, from social media to news recommendations. In response, Trump has declared that if given the power again, he will introduce strict regulations on artificial intelligence, hold tech platforms accountable for censorship and misinformation, and investigate the role of companies like X and XAI in shaping public discourse. Elon Musk didn't take that lightly. Just hours after Trump's comments, Musk posted a cryptic but explosive message on X that simply said, "No one man should control the future of human progress. Not even a former president." Boom. That single post set the internet on fire. Millions of likes. Thousands of retweets. The media? Obsessed. Was this just a war of words? Or is it the start of a larger battle for the soul of American innovation and freedom of speech? Pundits quickly jumped in, some saying Trump is right to take a stand against tech monopolies, while others argue that Musk is the true visionary with the tools to lead the nation, and even the world, into the future. This goes beyond politics. This is about power, control, and the bold question: who really leads America today? A former politician who dominated Washington, or the tech mogul controlling the digital world we live in? Asterisk, asterisk. This stunning development has left the public divided, uncertain, and fully locked in. And just like that, a new chapter has begun. Donald Trump has made his big decision, but Elon Musk isn't backing down. In the days ahead, the drama will only escalate. and America needs to decide which future it wants. Traditional leadership or tech-powered transformation? Stay tuned, because what happens next may just define an entire generation. Just a few short years ago, if someone had told you that Donald Trump and Elon Musk would find themselves on opposite sides of a national power struggle, most wouldn't have believed it. Back in 2017, the two iconic figures, Trump, the outsider president with unmatched influence in conservative politics, and Musk, the billionaire technologist shaking up the future of transportation, energy, and space, seemed surprisingly aligned. Both were anti-establishment, both outspoken, and both shared a common goal: disrupt the status quo. That year, Elon Musk was appointed to Trump's Economic Advisory Council, a move that raised eyebrows in both political and tech circles. It made sense at the time. Trump wanted successful business leaders at the table, and Musk had already proven himself as one of the world's foremost innovators. Together, the duo symbolized the fusion of old-school economic aggression and new-school technological ambition. But the honeymoon didn't last long. The first major crack came just months later, when Trump announced that the U.S. was pulling out of the Paris Climate Agreement, a global pact aimed at reducing carbon emissions to combat climate change. Musk was furious. Despite the appeal of Trump's America First policy, climate was Musk's line in the sand. He felt the world was running out of time, and backing out of the agreement was not just irresponsible, but dangerous. Shortly after the announcement, Musk tweeted, "AM departing presidential councils. Climate change is real. Leaving Paris is not good for America or the world." And just like that, Musk publicly broke ranks with Trump, marking the beginning of a deep, quiet rivalry. Fast forward to 2025. Trump has just come out of another explosive election year. Love him or hate him, he remains one of the most powerful political figures alive, and speculation is everywhere. Is he planning a return to the White House? Behind the scenes, Trump has been regrouping, making strategic moves, and focusing in on a new mission: taking on big tech. In a fiery speech across conservative media channels, Trump made it clear, if elected again, he will impose strict regulations on major tech companies, including limits on censorship, new free speech protections, and investigations into AI use in election cycles. And yes, Elon Musk's empire is on his list. This includes X, formerly Twitter, the platform Musk bought in 2022 and reshaped with his vision of absolute free speech, the growing influence of Starlink, Musk's satellite internet project, and just as importantly, XAI, his cutting-edge artificial intelligence startup. Trump's reasoning? He says that tech is no longer just business, it's power. And that unchecked, it could control not just communication or commerce, but democracy itself. In his words, "We cannot allow unelected tech billionaires to control what the American people see, hear, and think. We will bring them under control." Boom. Within hours, Elon Musk responded, not through a press conference, not in an interview, but with a tweet on his own platform, X, that grabbed headlines worldwide. Trying to control innovation is a recipe for national decay. America must move forward, not backward. I'll support any effort to protect that future. It wasn't just a comment, it was a challenge. Sources close to Musk say he's been quietly assembling a new political outreach network. Reports suggest that he's even exploring the idea of funding a new political movement driven by cross-partisan ideas, digital transparency, and, you guessed it, AI-guided decision-making. Some say he's trying to reshape politics using data and technology, while others believe he's simply positioning himself as the kingmaker for a new generation. And the internet? Completely exploded. Trending hashtags like hashtag Musk versus Trump, hashtag Future vs Force, and hashtag Digital Revolution popped up across platforms. TikTok creators, podcasters, political analysts, and even crypto influencers started picking sides. Memes flooded the web. Comment sections went wild. YouTube creators lit up with live-stream debates. Is this the end of their uneasy alliance? Or just the beginning of something bigger? What we're witnessing now isn't just political drama. It's a tectonic shift in the power structure of America, where a former U.S. president is now facing down one of the richest, most powerful innovators the country has ever seen. Politics versus technology. Traditional power versus digital empires. Trump versus Musk. The question isn't just who will win the battle. It's what future will win. Because this isn't about ego anymore. It's about the future of law, liberty, leadership, and the line between democracy and digital domination. The stage is set. The gloves are off. And for the first time, America isn't sure whose side it's on. So, whose vision do you trust? Trump's America first? Or Musk's techno-future? Let us know in the comments. The story's only just heating up. As the battle lines between Donald Trump and Elon Musk continue to form, a powerful question is starting to echo across political circles, tech forums, and social media feeds alike. Is Elon Musk entering politics? Asterisk asterisk. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. A tech billionaire stepping out from behind the boardroom and into the political arena. But this isn't fiction anymore. It's the start of something very real and perhaps very disruptive. For years, Elon Musk has been influencing the world from a distance. Asterisk asterisk rockets, robots, electric cars, cryptocurrencies, artificial intelligence asterisk asterisk, and even brain chips. But now, he's taking aim at a new domain. American leadership. While Musk is legally ineligible to run for president, since he was born in South Africa and not in the United States, that isn't stopping him. Because, as always, Musk doesn't follow the usual playbook. Instead of running himself, the whispers are growing louder. Musk may be preparing to launch a movement or even a full-fledged digital political party. Insiders say he's already experimenting with AI-driven policy platforms, blockchain-based voting systems, and decentralized fundraising tools, technology that could potentially change how campaigns are run, how promises are tracked, and how leaders are held accountable. One Musk associate reportedly said, "Elon's not campaigning for office. He's campaigning for the future." Let that sink in. Imagine a political system that updates in real time using public data, where laws are crowdsourced with transparency, where votes are verified on the blockchain, and where candidate promises are tracked by AI-powered dashboards. It's bold. It's wild. And it could shake the very foundation of the two-party system that's dominated American politics for nearly 2 centuries. The rumors hit a boiling point during a highly anticipated live stream last month. As thousands tuned in to watch Musk discuss everything from Mars missions to Neuralink, one viewer popped a direct question into the stream. Would you ever go against Trump? Elon didn't miss a beat. He paused. He smirked, then looked directly at the camera and said, "Anything is possible." That was it. Just 3 words. But those 3 words set fire to the internet. Trending instantly. Hashtag Musk 2028. Hashtag Elon in charge. Hashtag Tech Takes Over. Podcasters, political influencers, and YouTube reaction channels lit up the discussion. In under 24 hours, over 60 million impressions had surrounded Musk's dramatic, almost cryptic quote. People weren't waiting for confirmation. They were already choosing sides. And of course, Donald Trump wasn't going to stay silent. Just days later, at a packed rally in Ohio filled with thousands of red-capped supporters, Trump addressed the growing noise around Musk's potential political push. With cameras flashing and fans roaring, Trump said, "Elon's a great guy doing a lot of things. But folks, let's be honest. He's not ready for real America. I built this country back when it mattered. I don't tweet it. I run it." The crowd erupted in applause. Trump was making it clear, he's the man of the people. Musk? Just a man of machines, asterisk asterisk. But not everyone agreed. Comments quickly poured in online. A surprising number of younger, tech-savvy voters, including independents and swing state moderates, asterisk asterisk sided with Musk asterisk asterisk, saying, "At least Musk understands the future. I'd trust AI policy over outdated politics. If we're going to automate everything else, why not government too?" You see, this isn't about red versus blue anymore. It's not Republicans versus Democrats. It's old power versus new tech asterisk asterisk. On one side, we have Trump, a seasoned populist, master of the media, and comeback king of traditional politics. His strength lies in human connection, charisma, nationalism, and experience. On the other side, we have Musk, a global innovator, digital disruptor, and mind behind the technologies of tomorrow. His power is in data, platforms, algorithms, satellites, and influence without borders. And guess what? The public is no longer unified in how they want America to be led. Some argue that power should remain with experienced, elected leaders who understand the system. Others believe the future demands new tools, new ideas, and leaders who aren't afraid to break what's broken. College campuses are divided. Twitter is a war zone. And YouTubers across every niche, tech, politics, culture, are asking the same question. Would you follow a president or an algorithm engineered by Elon Musk? This might sound far-fetched, but then again, so did electric cars, privatized space travel, and a Trump presidency. And now, here we are. Trump has drawn his line in the sand. Musk is circling the battlefield. And America? America is stuck between a future made by engineers and a past held up by politicians. So, who would you follow? Sound off in the comments. Would you trust Musk's vision for the future? United States? Or do you believe Trump still represents the heart of America? Stick around, because this showdown is just heating up. At first glance, the face-off between Donald Trump and Elon Musk might seem like just another billionaire rivalry played out in the media. Two powerful men with big egos and different visions, throwing jabs in speeches and tweets. But beneath the surface, there's something much deeper at play. This isn't just a personal feud. This is about the future of power. The kind of power that shapes nations, decides elections, and rewrites how democracy works in the digital age. Donald Trump stands as the face of traditional power. His strength comes from his ability to connect with the crowd. Rallies packed with tens of thousands, airwaves dominated by his voice, interviews repeated around the clock. Trump uses methods that have worked for decades: televised events, on-the-ground campaigns, the kind of political charisma that builds movements and garners loyalty. He represents the America that millions of working-class voters still cling to, the America of factories, flags, and face-to-face leadership. His influence is direct, loud, and emotional. He doesn't need algorithms to stir the crowd, he just needs a microphone. But Elon Musk? He plays a different game entirely. Musk is the quiet king of the digital world. His power doesn't come from handshakes and speeches, it comes from platforms, satellites, and code. He owns X, formerly Twitter, perhaps the single most important site for real-time political conversation in the world. With one tweet, Musk can shift global markets, ignite debates, or drive narratives that echo for weeks. He runs the systems that host the public conversation, and increasingly, he's experimenting with the technologies that could literally predict or influence human behavior. Trump built a movement out of emotion and personality. Musk is building one out of information and innovation. And this battle between traditional influence and digital dominance isn't just affecting media. It's beginning to reshape entire pillars of society. In the world of social media, Trump's own platform, Truth Social, continues to struggle for reach, influence, and profitability. Meanwhile, Musk's X is everywhere, shaping not just political discussion but breaking news, cultural moments, and even government narratives. If Musk chooses to sideline Trump on his own digital turf, either through algorithms, platform upgrades, or policy restrictions, Trump's voice could shrink in the world's largest digital sphere. In the realm of AI and speech, Musk has been a fierce advocate for so-called free speech AI. He wants AI models that don't censor speech and that aren't politically skewed. But Trump's camp isn't convinced. They believe that AI, especially in the wrong hands, could be used to subconsciously manipulate voters, rewrite facts, and mislead the public on a scale previously unimaginable. They fear a world where artificial intelligence tells people how to feel and vote without them even realizing it, powered by hidden data and subtle narratives. And then there's outer space. Yes, space. Musk's satellite network, Starlink, is already offering high-speed internet across the globe, including strategic rural regions that American campaigns often struggle to reach. In a matter of years, Musk could have full control over a near-global internet grid. Some see this as a leap forward for connectivity. Others warn it could also become a dangerously powerful tool for controlling access to information, tracking activity, and even shaping entire regional viewpoints based on what data is available. The two men are also miles apart when it comes to campaign resources and funding. Trump holds traditional rallies, raises funds through loyal supporters, and dominates conservative media. But Musk could soon redefine how political campaigns are financed. Imagine campaigns fueled by real-time AI insights, cryptocurrency donations, and virtual town halls in the metaverse. Imagine a future where politicians no longer go city to city, but instead engage voters through immersive AI-driven experiences built and managed by a Musk-owned platform. We're no longer talking about the next election. We're talking about the next evolution of democracy. It's no longer just about who shakes more hands. It's about who controls the interface, who sends out the messages, who builds the tools that filter every word you read and every video you watch. This isn't red versus blue. It's history versus technology, flags versus firewalls. And for the first time in modern politics, America's most powerful debate is no longer fought in Congress, but in code, cloud servers, and algorithms. So, while the headlines may focus on loud speeches and bold tweets, the real battle happening behind the scenes is much quieter and far more dangerous. Because whoever wins this war may not just decide the next president. They may decide how America functions for generations to come. And in a world where power is shifting from hands to networks, from ballots to bandwidth, from people to platforms, the future isn't just being voted on. It's being programmed. So, what does all of this actually mean for regular Americans? For the average person working a 9-to-5 job, raising a family, trying to keep up with bills, and just wanting to live in a safe, stable country? Well, according to many political analysts, historians, and even tech insiders, this may be the start of something entirely new. Something America, and maybe even the world, isn't fully prepared for. Some are already calling it the first chapter in a completely different kind of political war. One that isn't about Republicans versus Democrats, but something far bigger. This isn't left versus right. This is legacy versus disruption. Traditional leadership versus tech-fueled influence. On one side, you have Donald J. Trump, a man who has already rewritten several rules of American politics. He operates with gut instinct, knows his audience better than most brands know their customers, and can dominate a news cycle with just one sentence. He's a product of old-school America, fueled by rallies, war rooms, and mass movement thinking. Many see him as tough, sharp, fearless, and unshakably loyal to the American working class. On the other side stands Elon Musk. He rarely gives speeches in packed stadiums, but his tweets can move markets, silence media narratives, or spark global debates in seconds. His reach isn't built on political speeches, it's built on platforms, algorithms, and satellites floating above our heads. He's not just a businessman anymore. He's become a symbol of the digital age, untouchable, unpredictable, and undeniably powerful. A man with influence over the cars we drive, the news we read, the conversations we have, and soon, possibly the way we vote. And now, the two worlds are colliding. The question that whispers through media outlets, dinner tables, and digital forums isn't whether Trump will run again. It's this: will Elon Musk try to become the new kind of leader that millions, especially younger voters, are already looking for? Not necessarily by running for president, which constitutionally he can't, but by becoming the kingmaker, the influencer-in-chief, the silent backer of a new political era. Maybe a new candidate, maybe a new party, maybe a movement unlike anything we've ever seen before, built not on campaign slogans, but on artificial intelligence, blockchain transparency, and decentralized innovation. A quiet revolution powered by data and code. And the divide is already starting to show. Hashtags like #TeamTrump and #ElonForChange are lighting up platforms like X, TikTok, and YouTube. Influencers with massive followings, some political, some not, are picking their side. Former politicians are cautiously weighing in. And Gen Z? They're increasingly more intrigued by the kind of future Elon Musk represents, not because of flashy speeches, but because of one simple fact. The world they're inheriting doesn't resemble the past, and Musk seems to be the only one actively building the future. Meanwhile, traditional voters, those who feel left behind by the fast-moving waves of tech and globalization, continue to rally behind Trump, seeing him as the last real line of defense between common American values and a world that seems to be spiraling beyond their control. This political standoff has become something no one expected, a culture shift masked as a political feud. Some are calling it a power distraction, something cooked up by elites to grab headlines and divide voters. But others, many others, are calling it the birth of something new, a new way to choose our leaders, a new kind of influence, a new definition of presidential. Musk doesn't need the Oval Office to lead. He already leads through the devices in our hands, the cars on our roads, the satellites in our skies, and soon, maybe even the infrastructure of our elections. It's no longer out of the question to imagine a Musk-backed candidate powered by AI polls, crypto-funded campaigns, and debates streamed in virtual reality metaverses. It's not just science fiction, it's tech reality, and it's unfolding right in front of us. And while Trump pushes forward with one of the strongest voter bases in political history, Musk continues to rewrite the playbook from behind a keyboard and a satellite dish. It's a turning point. So where do the rest of us fit into this? We're the viewers, the voters, the consumers of information caught between two unprecedented forces. For the first time, Americans aren't just choosing between ideologies. They're choosing between eras, the past we know, or the future we don't fully understand yet. Some believe Trump represents order, strength, and patriotic clarity in a chaotic age. Others believe Musk symbolizes the audacity to imagine a different kind of world and to actually build it. The truth? Only time will tell. But one thing's already certain. This isn't just a story about two billionaires. And after this moment, America and the world will never be quite the same again. If you found this story interesting, eye-opening, or just plain wild, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dive stories every week. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you're the first to know when we drop the next big chapter. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, and remember, the future isn't just coming. It's being created right now.